Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Last run, a lot of fun, intersecting weirdness, that was really cool. This run, Infestation 2, that's really cool. Mom's Pad, not as cool, but maybe we shouldn't judge a book by the cover with which it was manufactured. 9JKG PXA4. 2 Spirit Hearts is the big bummer here. But now, with stem cells in our first item room, I actually feel confident enough to come up here and I think deal with the cursed room. I can tell you straight off the bat, our damage is not where I'd like it to be, but we have an item from a red chest. So the question becomes, do we dare to pick it up, knowing it could be Curse of the Tower again? Maybe even is weighted more likely to be, this is just ridiculous, is weighted more likely to be Curse of the Tower as a result of the fact that we got it on a recent run. Okay, fucking finally. Or do we let it sit? You know I'm not gonna let it sit. We get Guppy's Collar. It was probably the smart decision to take it, even if it ended up being Curse of the Tower, just because, you know, probability and math and etc., etc. But, certainly, I think we definitely feel the same way now, or we feel better about it now. Our DPS is horrible, though. Infestation 2 is really good. Is it good enough to compensate for, like, a truly god-awful run in terms of, like, our actual DPS? I don't know. It might be. I mean, it depends on how things go. I guess we shouldn't sell the farm yet, being like, you know, the crops are going to be blighted this winter, but, well, I guess they often are blighted in the winter time. But anyway, regardless, I'm just saying, like, it's not as good as it looks. I'm really stoked that we got that HP to begin with, but this run, you look at it and you go, you know, Infestation 2, it's a one run. It's probably close. We don't need much. Just need a couple of sneezes and we should be good to go. We don't need much, but we need something. Like a small rock pickup, for example, would be awesome. But until then, I'm like, all right, you know, if you want me to use bombs temporarily, I'll use bombs. I actually thought that dude was 1 hit away when he was 3 hits away. So that should give you some indication of how our DPS is letting me down a little bit here. If we could just get, like, 3 spiders. Okay, I'll settle for 2 spiders. 2 spiders for this next room is pretty good. We'll use bombs. Little Horn, you know, no joke except for the many, many times that he blows himself up. I'm not even going to extinguish the orange fire, because I want him to have the best chance possible to just walk into the fire every single time. There we go. We got a spider out of that, amazingly, dodging on the edge of destruction there. Here we go. Blow yourself up. Blow yourself up. We got him. We hit him once. Good enough. God, please give me the screw or something. I'm not even using the, Mom's Pad yet, because I'm like, I want to get him trapped, like, in the fire when we use Mom's Pad. Didn't happen. We get rotten meat. I actually think, you know, again, HP, I'm happy to have, but I think that we're in kind of a bit of a weird spot coming down here. I would really, oh my god, they broke free. I would really, really, really like to see some DPS sooner rather than later. You know what? I wasn't a huge fan of doing that. I feel like it wastes a bomb that if we'd planned a little better, we might not have needed to waste, but I also think it would have been a really foolish mistake to double down on trying to do that without any outside help. So small rock would be enormous here. Please work with me. That's not small rock. Also, I walked into an enemy. It takes 4 shots to kill them after they become tiny. This is not acceptable. I gotta go back to the starting screen here. What do we got? Yeah, 1 in everything. Our speed, admittedly, is pretty good. Well, at least we have this latent, you know, Infestation 2 action waiting in the wings here. But it really is like, we're an exponential function right now. But we're at, like, X. We have the potential, or let me put it this way. We're a parabolic function. So, you know, we're like X squared or something like that. But right now, X is 0. You know? Or X is 1. Once we get to that second number, things start to pop off pretty ridiculously. But for now, you know, 1 squared is still 1. So we're basically waiting for just a slight, just a modest DPS improvement. Changes things amazingly for us, especially if it affects our damage stat directly, at which point we get, Pyromaniac's not bad. At which point we get more damage on our spiders, and our spiders are going to be better anyway. We're going to be generating them faster. But for now, I'm not trying to be like, oh, woe is me, this is the worst start we've ever had, because it's really not. But It's certainly far from the best start we've ever had, too. And I think it's worse than it looks. But probably still not that bad. I'm going to use bombs pretty religiously here because I'm really hoping that we're able to pick up an early DPS upgrade on our deal with the devil, at which point I hope that we don't need bombs, but we'll see if that ends up holding true. I don't want to be sounding like I'm too impatient right now, but I really feel like, you know, this is a preview of what's going to happen on the next floor. Like, right now, it's pretty good, but I think that's largely because we're able to coast. But we have fought some difficult bosses so far. Probably the two most difficult that you can fight. Maybe the Haunt is probably more difficult than Little Horn, but I don't know. Okay, caffeine pills, not what we're looking for. Little Brim is not takeable unless we get a Spirit Heart here, so... Or... Please. I was really hoping that was going to be like Balls of Steel. Because Little Brim would have been real nice. Real nice. I think we gotta go for it, dude. And you know what? We should have hurt ourselves in the process. Because we have Pyromaniac. Okay, now we get Tammy's Head. Now, I'm not saying this, you know, saves us. But it definitely gives us a way out. And a pretty advantageous way out as well. We might want to save our bombs. I might need to get almost like into train wreck mindset right now. And be like, you know what? We save our bombs. We save our bombs to be HP upgrades for us. I'm not going to do it just yet because it's taking 500 years to kill a single monstro, which is unacceptable to me and my psyche, but we should maybe keep like one bomb around at all times to just be an augment for us. And I really feel like for non-boss rooms, Tammy's Head is going to be huge. And I'm not accepting any sass. I am deflecting your sass as invalid. If you're like, ooh, Tammy's Head again, there's Northern Lion in action. This is one of the situations in which, you know, it's very sensible. You know, it's like going up to a heroin addict and being like, hey, how you enjoying that morphine? You know? Well, if they're in the hospital and they were prescribed it by a doctor, then you can't talk shit, okay? Right now, we have been prescribed Tammy's Head. We're going to use it to try to gain some momentum on this run, but we really are playing it pretty close right now. Hopefully, like I will double down on our shop here if we need to get if we need to blow up our donation machine to get something useful from the shop. I think now's the time. I'll definitely go to this curse room because it only costs us one bomb in terms of HP, and it could have a pretty enormous impact. It could also be the curse room adjacent to the secret room. Like I'll give you that. But do we want to do that, or do we want to? I guess if we want to, I don't know. We'll talk about it, okay? We got 3 bombs, but bombs are pretty valuable right now. Okay, I really thought that guy would have been deceased by now. There we go. Got another bomb. Check the shop. It's important. Okay, recycle is worth getting. And it's probable... Wow. Wow. Speed down, range down. I think it's probable that we'll want the Spirit Heart as well. Let's check this for a secret room first. Okay. I think I'd rather open the stone chest for free. Got 2 bombs out of it, so we'll probably get the nickel. Get a demon heart out of it, and a key. I don't think we need to buy the Spirit Heart anymore. We didn't get a nickel out of it. We got a spider. I think we'll look for the second secret room in the hopes of getting some more HP, and then we'll probably go. Okay, that's fine. 2 bombs left I can live with. Restock gives us a few different ways out. But certainly I'm still bummed out by our really bad DPS. And things like mob trap rooms are going to be low priority for me until we get our damage sorted. Because Tammy's Head is not as good on those as it is on, you know, rooms that are consisting of many weak enemies like this one is. So we really could use some DPS. And you know what? We've kind of locked ourselves into the potential of an angel run as well, which I'm totally okay with. There's lots of cool angel items. You know, we get to fight some bosses that we wouldn't have otherwise had access to. Such a bummer that it took 3 spiders to... It took 3 spiders to kill that guy, but so be it, I suppose. We'll have 1 spider going into our boss room. This is a... I thought that was a downgrade. It's bad gas. The Hollow. All right, this is the first big break for us as far as bosses go. Calculated that one effectively. Got a DPS upgrade in the form of the screw. Not our preferred DPS upgrade right now because, thank you, Pyromaniac there, by the way. Because we want damage more than tears as a result of the, fact that our spiders don't benefit from having more tears. They benefit from having more damage. But, you know, it's like the exact definition of the term beggars can't be choosers. Like, I complain about not having DPS for so long, then I get some form of DPS, and I'm like, yeah, but not that one, please. It's at least a good start towards working ourselves into a more workable run. Wow. It takes more than a Tammy's head shit. Tammy's head shit. Takes more than a Tammy's head hit plus a spider to get the kill on a Fat Bad Tomo Fly presently. A bit of a bummer. I still think there should be like an Infestation 3 where the enemy you killed generates a spider that does damage proportional to the HP of the enemy that was killed to make that spider. Yo, this is like the stupidest shit. Come on, dude. We just got an awesome tears upgrade, and you're still here like, I'm not dying. I'm not dying. You're dying. I'm not dying. Gotta be close. Oh, goodbye, boss rush. We almost got it, boys. Madrinas, come on. This is actually ridiculous, though. Is this the one? At this point, I have to follow this through to fruition because this is just silly. At the very least, oh good, holy water. At the very least, that should serve to highlight my point that this run's not in an exceptionally great state right now. Got a pill out of that at least. Ooh, shielded tears. I think that's... It also represents potential. It's kind of bad for now. And I'd say that I knew it was going to be bad for now, or at least my hunch was that it was going to be bad for now when I picked it up. But I believe that in the future, this could be amazing. So for now, we're going to take it, and I'm all right with it. Wow, I actually did not think a single hit would be enough from Tammy's head. That means each shot from Tammy's head is actually doing more than double the damage of an existing shot. Because if a single Tammy's headshot is enough to get the kill, but a spider isn't enough to get the kill, wow, that's bad. Then we're in kind of a ridiculous area where, I mean, it goes to show how good Tammy's head is, but also, like, how low our damage is on our individual spiders right now. So, like, this is really a situation where we have to hit every single one of these Tammy's headshots if possible. And our spider economy is, not only my favorite math rock album from 1992, but also, like, pretty important, thing to stay ahead of so that we don't find ourselves in, you know, too dangerous of a situation. Like, we gotta use Tammy's head on this champion. And there's also a potential small rock. Not a small rock, but we got our bomb back with the spirit heart attached. So, oh my god, is this another... It's another deflector. Oh my lord. This one's even tougher because we can't just place a bomb. I mean, we could place a bomb. We're not guaranteed to hit, though. But yeah, again, at the very least, this certainly goes to emphasize my point that this run's in a little bit of a weird spot right now. At least this guy's a little, you know, he's stored damage, at least, instead of just, like, damage going by the wayside. This is definitely, like, a 1 in 10 run in terms of difficulty so far. Not just, like, relatively slow start. I know we have Infestation 2, by the way. Don't use the fact that we have Infestation 2 against me. This is still... It would be much worse if we didn't have Infestation 2, but it's still pretty bad. And I'm using bombs on these guys, because enemies that spawn enemies are definitely going to be the most annoying for us right now. Although flies could be useful. But not only do we have, like, pretty shit DPS right now, not amazing HP, but we got really bad rolls on pills. And not... I mean, Pyromaniac could end up being a life-saving item, but... A lot of our items are dubious at best. Like Guppy's Collar, sure. They all represent potential. Shielded Tears with a poor rate of fire is about potential, not immediate usefulness. Although that was pretty useful right there. Guppy's Collar, potential. Potentially it could res us. Potentially it contributes to the Guppy transformation. We're lacking in the here and now. But at the same time, that's forcing us to play in kind of an interesting fashion. Did I misplace that bomb? Or is that not the secret room? That's always the game you end up playing down here. Chubb is not that bad. Wow, that sucked, though. Holy water is the godsend that I never would have expected it to be right there. Probably due for a deal of some sort here. Angel or devil? We're about to find out. It's an angel. Okay, damage up is really big here. Unfortunately, we cannot fight the angel statue because I used my last bomb. That wasn't by design. I'm in kind of a desperate mindset. We're not going to use all of our keys because I'd still like to be able to go to the... I'd still like to be able to go to the item room on this floor, which I think should be around here, and is indeed. Really happy to have Cat and Ninetails. Really happy to have a good opportunity to use Tammy's head appropriately there. Yeah, that was good. Troll Bomb. Doesn't matter, it's still HP if we want it, but... Halo of Flies. Really good, but I think we're going to swing for the fences here. Little Steven. I mean, Book of Revelations I'll use. But I want to stick with Tammy's head. Yeah, okay. So BBF is probably, on paper, worse than a lot of these items that I've rerolled. Maybe even worse than Little Steven, to be honest. But where it draws its strength is that I have Pyromaniac. So if I run out of bombs, not only is this a welcome damage bonus, you know, if it hits an enemy that would otherwise not die quickly to me. Wow, we could even do boss rush here, weirdly enough. It's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But beyond that, if I stand next to it when it explodes on an enemy, I'll be able to recharge one red heart if I'm missing a red heart. So I think that that's pretty amazing. I think it could end up being extremely important for us. There's also, I'd say, a lot of outcomes in which it doesn't do shit for us. But and those would be good outcomes because it means that I'm probably going to win if those are the outcomes. But if we find ourselves in times of trouble, BBF will comfort me, singing words of wisdom. FBB. It's just the name reverse. Something dropped back here. I do want to open these golden chests. That was such stupid damage. Okay, I've got to get my head... I think I've played pretty well so far, but I got to get my head even further into the game because this is a real janky run. Certainly, like, out of the runs that constitute this miniature version of the streak we got going on right now, this is the weakest, I'd say. Piercing shots would be, like, of the utmost importance if I could get them. The ability for these Tammy's headshots to be better than just a single Tammy's headshot and actually have the ability to hit enemies multiple times while breaking their tears, or hit multiple enemies at least while breaking their tears, would be extremely valuable. As you can see, like, Tammy's head no longer killing a lot of enemies on the first hit, so I think I have good reason to be slightly concerned. Wow, that was really lucky. I have reason to be slightly concerned about our damage. Here, you gotta go for the bombs. Homing bombs, good. They also heal us when they hit, so having 5 extra ones is pretty important. I was like, I don't want to use Tammy's head on this room. And then I thought to myself, are you an idiot? It has a 1-room charge. Sometimes, brain, I swear to God. Another bomb. I mean, I still really would like to get access to the golden chest that were back in that room back there, but getting kind of, like, increasingly skeptical of that ever happening. Well, great timing there. It's tempting, but I don't know if it's what we want here. And I wouldn't say I'm giving up hope on getting to boss rush, but I'm kind of like, I'm putting that by the wayside. I think it's like a secondary concern. Ooh, could have easily gotten hit. Oh, why am I worried about getting hit by these guys? I think it's a secondary concern to just continuing like the upward trajectory that we're on right now. Definitely make sure to go get that. I love, by the way, that BBF does damage as a, just as an orbital when it enters the room, like a weird peeper's eye or something like that. Before it gets triggered to explode, it just sort of goes. I just realized, by the way, that we had the matchstick and must have had it for the whole run. It's like well, not the ideal trinket, but one of the ideal trinkets for us to have right now. So I'm real happy about that. I did not walk on the spikes. Good. Okay. I'd love Blood Bag. So if you would like to hook me up with Blood Bag here, I'd be very pleased. Sweet Amnesia. That's pretty much exactly what I asked for, followed by a range downgrade. You know what? I'll use it once. We have the, what am I trying to say here? Pyromaniac. We have Pyromaniac, so we have nothing to concern ourselves with on HP. In fact, maybe IV Bag would be the right choice if we could get, like, a, if we could get a Bloody Penny pickup or something like that, but until we get it, I can't necessarily go through with that. So Boss Rush, amazingly, still plausible, although I'm not gonna find it very easy to kill bosses. We also don't have a key right now, so I'm not gonna worry about going to the shop until I know whether or not we're gonna be able to actually, you know, get into it. The Empress? Well, we might as well do our first boss room. There's our key. Why do this room? I guess we can make a case for our spider economy being better now. Yeah, we're starting to actually be able to kill enemies. If you thought that looked like we were overpowered, you have become way too accustomed to the power level of this run thus far. In my opinion. Bad damage on my part. I want to get hit by the explosion. Are we going to do the boss rush? I'm going to say no, like, right now. Unless this is incredible. It's pretty good. But you know, even if we went for it, I'm skeptical to be able to make it in the amount of time we have left. So let's go to our shop, and if our shop turns out to be shit, maybe we made the wrong decision. But if it doesn't turn out to be shit, we probably made the right decision here. Either way, we should be happy. Synth oil's dope, and it's going to make our spiders that much better. I think this is the way we go to get to the shop. I don't know. Well, let's open some golden chests. Steven, big pickup. Safety cap. Not that interested. Might as well get this and get pushed into the next room for no reason. So we got a key and another penny along with it. Was it up here? Yeah, okay. It's not greed. So we can go blank card Empress. We can go Mom's Key, which I think we will. We can grab this card. We must have gotten the Mom transformation. And we'll play this. Remember, we got bombs. We can use these bombs effectively. I'd really like to get Blood Bag, and that's exactly what we just picked up. So that was well worth it. Slight speed increase, obviously HP increase. Our pills suck, so I'm actually gonna make the executive decision to grab PhD to make our pills better. Dope, I found pills. That's a really good one. Really happy to see that. But still, we're stacking the odds in our favor. And we have restock, so we could have bought, you know, we could have blown up the donation machine some more, taken the Mom's bottle of pills. I think now, like, safety cap actually makes sense, so we'll try running that. And there's another pill down here that should become a range upgrade. So there is that. It might be a mistake to get rid of the matchstick, but bombs are easier to come by than pills, you know, most of the time regardless. So I think that this has the potential in a lot of, like, simulations to pay dividends here, so I like that. Mom transformation, it's usually worthless, and I don't think it's worth a lot here, but any extra damage source is, like, very welcome in my opinion right now. We get the Polaroid, no deal with the devil, can't go to boss rush, life goes on. Now, this is still far from a guaranteed win. And you know me, same old G. I'll call a win if I see it that way, even if sometimes that ends up being wrong. But I'm never the guy who's like, oh, this one run is clearly not a one run, or at least I try not to be, at least willfully. But this one definitely exists in the camp of uncertainty. Like this really could go either way. I have confidence in my own abilities. I think it's probably trending towards a win right now, especially with some of the more recent items we picked up, but doesn't take too much going wrong on the womb for things to get a little, I mean, because I said the word womb, I really don't want to say for things to get a little hairy down here, but we've already, I guess, come to that point, so let's just accept it. Are we gonna fight Hush? I feel like basically no ill will in saying no to that. I thought that enemy was charmed, by the way, so I guess I didn't want to get out of the way as much as I normally would have, and I paid the price. Super Gluttony does not bother me if we can get HP out of it. kill these little ones first. Oh, there goes my deal with the devil chance. Or deal with the angel chance, I should say, I guess. But HP, not quite. Not the HP we wanted. It's all right. We got 7 bombs. We're trying to save those. You know, tinted rocks, I'll definitely use them. But apart from that, you know, we basically have a jar with 7 hearts in it right now. So 7 hearts that could deal damage to our enemies as well. That was excellent. That means we will go to our curse room because we can have a good benefit from going to our curse room. So I don't dispute that. Range up again. Bad gas, not really worth it at all, but it didn't work the way I thought it would, but if it did, it would have been amazing. I'm gonna grab, I know it's bad form, but I'm gonna grab that right now. It doesn't keep us at a half-heart interval, but I think life goes on. There is a tinted rock here as well, so we're gonna get to full HP regardless. We should have stayed at a half-heart interval. We get fates. Probably wiser to not take fate yet, but I really wanted the ability to fly. And I think that I'll just deal with the fallout of my mistake right now. I.e., I'm going to do my damnedest not to take any damage. Hopefully the game finds it within its heart to give us the chance at a deal with the angel or devil regardless. I would be dumb enough to take a deal with the devil right now if it, you know, tickled the right notes. But it would have to be a pretty good one considering our lack of HP. But it wouldn't take the world. You know, it doesn't have to be brimstone. Although if it was, I would take it in a heartbeat. Even if it was 3 hearts, I would take it in a heartbeat. I know that's not possible. I just mean like in a hypothetical world where that could happen, I would still go for it. Because every room would, like, die instantly. But it's okay, you know? We're making good progress. I think we've done well. Balls of Steel is a really timely pill to get. And the Fallen gives us a lot of chances to get things that we actually really like. Okay, we wasted 1 bomb. I'd rather not waste more, but 1 bomb to hit 2 enemies is pretty useful. That was bad dodging, but Balls of Steel thankfully made that somewhat irrelevant. The nail is a good item, but we're gonna stick with Tammy's head probably. I mean, I'll level with you. I don't really want to fight the angel statue, but I'm going to. And the reason I'm going to is because the game was nice enough to give me, you know, like, effectively 4 spirit hearts and a completed HP upgrade. So it's not even about, like, looking a gift horse in the mouth. It's more like, you know what? You gave me 20 bucks on that room, and then you're gonna charge me $5 for a coffee. That's an expensive coffee, but the positives for me still outweigh the negatives. So we should technically go get the nail and go get the other battery charges, but take it as a sign of increasing confidence that I don't deem that mission critical right now. I think we're safe from spiders if we stand here. We don't have lump of coal. We're not safe from bullets either. Good God, like, why? Why is our DPS so bad, man? This is like punishment for some unknown evil that I've committed in my life. It's not train wreck level. I mean, we're at 26 minutes on the womb too. Definitely not train wreck level. Just enough to be irritating so that when people are watching, they're going to be like, why are you so irritated? It's pretty good. I mean, it is. That's the thing that I hate, is that the run is good. It's just the damage itself is really annoying. But nobody wants to hear, you know, a grown man complain about a video. Well, actually, that's not true. Millions of people want to hear a grown man complain about video games on a regular basis across a wide variety of channels on YouTube. It's pretty much why, you know, my existence is based around at this point in my life. So I guess let's not bite the hand that feeds on this one. That was really good damage. Just walked right into a red poop. But again, the more, and this is going well right now, but the more red hearts we get, the better off we are. Wow, we could just leave to Shoal if we wanted to, which I don't. I got hit 2 times by the world's most cunning Diglett army here. This is ridiculous. I don't even want the red heart. I was hoping there would be a blood bank in here. Because we could play it and then still have bombs to juice ourselves back up, hopefully get the blood bag, etc., etc., but... What? The Diglets also did not give me a Tammy's head charge. It's not quite catastrophic, but it has shaken me to my core and made me question my belief in a higher power in this universe. However, I persevere. Oh, self. You're going to get a lot of goodwill for this run, NL. But that goodwill comes into question if you start throwing away 3 Spirit Hearts on a room you have no business losing any Spirit Hearts on. So let's just not be absolutely idiotic. Good, land some shots, get some spiders, you know the deal. We're definitely not going to fight Hush. In spite of restock, Hush makes no sense to me here. Can you stop running into enemies? I'm talking to you, human brain. Yeah, that's right, you, me, and everyone we know. Even though it's not Miranda July, it's Miranda October. I would very much like for you to stop taking the world's dumbest damage. We got 5 HP, sure, that's cool. We got room to make mistakes, okay? I know the Dixie Chicks said wide open space is room to make some big mistakes, but what if the Dixie Chicks moved to a wide open space and then they didn't make some big mistakes? Wouldn't that be a preferable situation? Probably, unless those mistakes later led to a greater wisdom about the intricacies of life in general, in which case I encourage you to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. However, at the same time, we're in the business of getting results right now. Hopefully, we can persevere here. I don't think we've taken a red hard hit, so we could still get a deal with the angel here. That's why I'm saving a bomb. I'll take a deal with the devil if they want to give it to me and they give me something valuable as a result, but it's got to be pretty good, as we've talked about. All right, nothing. Again, this is, and it's partly my fault because we've hemorrhaged like 8 Spirit Hearts on the last 2 floors, but still not a 1 run. Not far off. Technically, it is better here to wait to see if we took damage before we blew up the Spirit Heart, because we could have blown it up and gotten a hit back anyway. But remember, on a mathematical level, although probably an impractical level, we have infinite HP right now. We're not invincible. We can take damage, but our HP is infinitely renewable thanks to BBF. We just have to not get hit too many times in rapid succession so that, you know, BBF can't spawn. Not to mention all the enemies that offer up explosions on their own. But you get the idea, I'm assuming. Secret room contains greed. It's very fitting because I'm scratching my foot right now. I was like, I got time to scratch my foot. It's the secret room. I did not have time to scratch my foot. And that's okay, because we're going to get through this. No harm, no foul. We're going to get a whole lot of luck upgrades, hopefully, and also a troll bomb. Thank you for that. I'm just really never going to be able to scratch this foot, am I? Maybe on the Isaac fight. That's a joke. Not the way I'm playing right now, though. Okay. Foot scratching time. It is sensible, whenever possible, to get in there and hit, you know, both enemies with our, with Tammy's head. We can go on the creep. We just can't, and we can't get hit by the explosion. We just can't walk into him. So let's endeavor not to do that. We can get hit by our own explosion, but we really should not be this close. It's just, it's because I'm looking at it and I'm like, we got the mom transformation. It would be fun to do damage with it, but not really realistic to do so without a great cost to ourselves. Why am I worried about troll bombs? Gone the whole run, basically, with Pyromaniac. Now I'm going to start worrying about troll bombs. So I'd say safety cap was kind of a whiff. Except for the fact that our, you know, we have 40 range upgrades now. That's not really the spirit of why I picked up the item. I was kind of hoping for some bigger swings. We did get 1 Balls of Steel. And that's not meaningless. That probably got us that deal with the devil that gave us like a net 2 Spirit Heart increase. So, I mean, if that sounds like I'm excited about it, then clearly I made a mistake in my tone of voice. But it's better than nothing. And maybe it's a good habit to be in, to just dodge the explosions. He only does 1 loop. There we go. Actually a pretty good Tammy's head. What a weird run. It's not slow. It's not particularly fast. We got an assortment of, like, pretty good items, too. But some of them are not very good at all. Just, like, this is the kind of run where if we had started with, you know, double the starting damage and double the starting tiers, we would have been, like, this was in the bag. We would have finished this run in, like, 22 minutes. But because of our starting stats, it just ends up being kind of, like, acceptable. Oh, my God. A full run reroll this late in the game? You wouldn't. Would you? Would you? You would. And so would I. Let's do it. Okay, now we have Ludo, Tech Point 5, Perthrow. We're very slow. I feel like we have poor damage right now. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's a good time to bring up, you know, if you find yourself photosensitive, if you're prone to seizures, epileptic or otherwise, I might advise you to not look at the screen right now. It's going to be a lot of flashing lights. We do have 99 bombs. We should throw some of those in there. Oh, they're 99 scatter bombs. Do we have Ludo? We do have Ludo. Alright, as boring as it is, I think our Ludo play is like, you just leave this in the center, and then you fire in shots whenever possible, but it's not a good run. I think we might have the cancer item, though. Or the wafer, for that matter. This is like challenging my previous assumptions. Previously, if you had asked me 45 minutes ago, you know, what are the best items if you only get one item? What item would you take to make the best Isaac run possible? Sure, Brimstone, Mom's Knife, they would have been up there, without a doubt. But Tech X and Infestation absolutely would have been there as well. And I don't think it's... My hunch is that it's not Tech 2 that's making this Tech X run horrible. I think there must be a soy milk embedded deeper within the bowels of this reroll right now. Not maybe, if not a soy milk, like a dunce cap or something. Because this is just ridiculous. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Bad damage. Still not a one run. There's a dead shots. I can't say. Is that soy milk the one that looks like a can? I'm pretty sure that's soy milk. I know it's not a can because that doesn't make any sense. So I'll tell you what. Let's try to play soy milk's game. Maybe it's just better for us to stack up as many shots as possible. I mean, to be real with you, it still looks pretty bad this way. But at least visually, it's a little more impressive to fire out 1,500 circles. Makes Rotten Baby pretty bad as well, to be honest with you. The fact that we have soy milk, so, you know, Rotten Baby's just gonna do, like, next to no damage. It also, like, never aggroes, apparently. This is hell. I may die on the Isaac fight here, and this one would be my fault. What? I don't even know what hit me there. This one would be my fault. Don't get it twisted. You know what? 94 bombs. Bombs still do the same damage regardless, I think, so... And by I think, I mean, I really should know that. I'm gonna go scouting for red hearts after this. Because I'm a little scared, honestly. We made it through. And we've got Perthrow on the chest, but we need some HP. I don't know. Do we even care about Whipworm? There's our... Oh, we must have X-ray goggles. Of course, yeah, I saw that we had X-ray goggles. We got Perthrow. Would I rather have Perthrow or Yera? Wow, HP got back up quick. Burkano, not that good. Perthrow. Perthrow. Burkano, not that good. Blank Rune. Perthrow. Perthrow. Blank Rune. Perthrow. Alright, I guess we'll take Perthrow, is my suggestion here. Honestly, I think if it came down to it, Perthrow and Yera are probably roughly equal in usefulness on the chest. Yera, of course, gives you the chance to get 8 good items, whereas Perthrow does not, but I think if you were to look at the graph of them, they're probably pretty close. The graph of their usefulness, I should say. Alright, Sack Dagger and Gimpy, I think I'd really desire taking these. We're going to Perthrow the other two. We get Crystal Ball, which I think is really useful right now, so we can see where we're going. And the Spirit Heart doesn't hurt. And then I'll also take Bumbo, who I doubt will hit, you know, peak effectiveness, but more power to him if he does. It's not like I have too much use for HP right now. It's a troubling sign that this run is like, I'm too slow to get out of the way of those enemies, and it also takes me 100 years to kill them. So I really think, you know, I gotta get in the habit of it. We should be throwing down like a bomb to start every room. And I might want to invest a little bit more heavily in Sack Dagger plays. Because look at how much damage Sack Dagger is doing relative to my own shots. It's actually like a ridiculous difference. I don't really want to be in this room, but there's no way out now. Luckily, we got a Gimpy payout. This is crazy. I didn't throw down a bomb, though. I broke my own rule. I mean, we're lucky our shots are piercing, but, like, look at... You should be dead by all conceivable measures. You should be a dead enemy at this point. When I have to resort to using Sack Dagger to feel like I'm doing any damage at all to enemies, that's like a new era as far as I'm concerned. Made it through, though. Oh my god, this Curse of the Lost is crushing my will to live right now. There you go. The good bomb, good bomb. This is, without a doubt, like the worst Infestation run combined with the worst Tech X run I've ever seen. It's amazing to me. I'm not even mad. I'm just surprised. It's not even disappointed. It's just a surprisingly terrible run. But look at the dance. Thank God for Sack Dagger. Let's just say that right now. We got Judgment, we got the Moon. That's a funny one. Alright, Judgment. I mean, even just 1 HP is pretty nice. I'll be happy with 1 HP. I mean, that's a pretty modest request, I think. Jonathan Taylor Swift. There we go. We got the HP. Plenty left. I don't think we care about a Moon card at all. Definitely the best room I've had so far. So I'm not going to complain about that. And another battery charge is sick. Justice could be useful. Range up is fine. Okay. That was a very well-handled room. This run is very strange. I think, like, even more so than an average run, this is a seed that I would encourage you to play. Because you might be looking at it thinking that you're seeing something I'm not. If you are, please let me know. Because I am at a loss for goodness right now. Luckily, we're getting pretty close to the boss. Speed down, that's a good one. Even our bombs are letting me down in ways that I didn't think was possible. Did you see how long it took for us to kill those little ghosts? At this point, it really has just become man complains for 10 years. We are more powerful than a, you know, the average first floor run. It's not like we're at the basement 1 levels of damage right now. So let's get that out of the way, but we're much, much, much less powerful than the average chest run. Even though it looks extremely impressive. These will hurt us now, unless we have Host Hat hidden here somewhere. Dude, come on. We're also very, very slow. Fast enough, just fast enough, at least, to get out of the way of those, but still pretty bad. Alright, we gotta use bombs here, because if we don't, he's gonna be able to rush us down, just using them as body blockers. HP, another speed downgrade. At which point, I think we might not be able to move if we took both of those speed downgrades. Obviously, I'm exaggerating ever so slightly, but that is the sentiment that I feel right now. Okay. We gotta deal with the angel. I'm not fighting Mega Satan. I know I have a key. I'm not fighting Mega Satan. Don't get your hopes up. Oh, what a baby. Look at this run. Look at this run and tell me you would fight Mega Satan. You wouldn't. You would do the same thing I'm doing right here, which is popping a speed down pill for no reason, and then going to stand next to Blue Baby so Sack Dagger can take me out of this purgatory of my own creation. That's gonna be a win. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. enjoyed my miniature suffering. If you did, click the like button, helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, but for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.